Okay, here we have a 3KS. I have a set of keys, and this is pretty good for this demonstration in that we're going to demonstrate the passive sidebar. It only provides key control, so if you had something with a different passive sidebar cut, it wouldn't open the lock. It does nothing for picking. It doesn't get in the way. So here it is with passive sidebar. We're going to show it working. So the key works fine with this, right? Obviously. Now we're going to show a key that doesn't even have it. It's been filed off. See, the passive piece has been filed off this key completely on both sides. There is no passive piece to this. Okay, so if I stick that in the lock, it still works because that passive piece does nothing. All right, let's do it upside down. The lock still works. Let's bang it to drop that passive sidebar down into the Bible area. Nothing. Okay, other way around. Let's bang it to make sure it goes in the right spot. Nothing. Okay, so why is that? That is because here is our plug. Sorry, the sidebars fell out. So these are the sidebars for the active elements, and here's the sidebar for the passive element on the top there, right? So if we look at the sidebar for the passive element right here, okay, there's the passive sidebar element. All it does, it fits in the grooves of the key. So if those are wrong, it'll lift this up, okay? If it lifts this up, you can't turn because it'll catch in the sides. However, if it happens to be up and there's nothing blocking it, when you turn it, the angle of any of these areas will push it back down again. When you turn the key, it'll just push it right back down again. Okay. If it didn't do that, if it didn't push it back down, even if you had the right key, if it was stuck up, what's going to drive it back? What's going to drive it? Because there's no spring on this. What's going to drive it to push it into those grooves of the key? Nothing, right? So if you have it facing down and this is dropped down, you stick the key in. How does that move this bar out the way? It doesn't. Only by rotating the plug does the side of the cylinder push it back in. So it doesn't matter what orientation you have this in. In fact, this thing never will block the plug from turning unless you have a key with the wrong bitting in. So if you're picking it, you don't need to worry about this at all because you have nothing there. So there's nothing to push this up and block the cylinder from the plug from turning. And that is how the passive sidebar on the 3KS works and why you only have to worry about the active sidebars. Thanks. Bye.